next candidate is Louis DeJohn.
Please stand.
Please stay in front of the microphone. You have 1 minute on your opening statement, please.
All right. Everybody, I'm Louis DeJohn. I'm running for re-election to council of the city of Central. I've been the councilman elected for 4 years, and I was appointed for 80 months. Other than that, I'm not going to go back too much and talk too much about me, but a question came up in our questionnaire that I didn't think would be asked today, and it's a very important question and dear to my heart. It says, what can you do to get more people involved in city government? And I figured there's no better place than that. And I'm going to tell you my story. I went to a meeting, and there was Ms. Wendy Bonby, Mr. Claude Derby, Mr. Lee Rome, I'm looking for you, Russell Storm, and Rusty Jacobs. And they were all about this incorporation effort. And I was kind of intrigued, but when I left the meeting, I was more than intrigued. I was like, Russell, how did he get involved? He said, well, you come to the meeting. It's next Tuesday at the Central Fire Station. He left out and he told everybody, he said, well, there's another one that won't show up. Well, I want to tell you, 6 years later, I'm still here, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. That's how you get involved. And now's the time for you people that feel like you're not involved, you ask. You come to council meetings every second and fourth Tuesday.
All right, thank you. That concludes your opening statement.
Thank you.
You will now have you will now have 2 minutes on each of the following questions. And your first question is, are you in favor of single-member districts and term limits? Why or why not?
I am in favor of single-member divisions with staggered term limits. And I've tried this on no less than 2 or 3 occasions to get all 3, but I wanted one package. And we have a problem with term limits and staggering them because we're under the Lawson Act. The divisions to me would be way better than districts. Districts to me ask for divisiveness within city government and ask for political habit. One member district will be asking for, I want $10,000 worth of sidewalks in my district. And the other says, well, you gave him 10, where's my 10? And all of a sudden it's 50,000. But if you have division where everybody's working for the good of 27,000 people, it seems to me it brings cohesiveness. I have always thought to be myself to be a unifier. I would not want to do anything that would divide this city, and I think that that would be a divisive character. Now, I do agree that each and every member, I don't necessarily like the total at large, because what happens if Louis DeJohn is not doing his job, I want somebody to be able to pick up and say, I want to run against him because we need to get rid of him. But also, if Louis DeJohn is doing a good job, I want to be able to say that we won't run against him, we're going to run for some other position. I want to do something that gives you an opportunity as a union. I won't fight districts, I would rather divisions.
All right, thank you. And your second question. Since we currently contract for city services, as a council person, what would you do to assure that the citizens are getting the best services for their investments?
My number one promise during the incorporation effort and our last election was to give the citizens of the city of Central better services and to be fiscally responsible. That required privatization in city services. I'm going to tell you a story about my neighbor, and this happened probably about, 7, 8 years ago. My next door neighbor called me up one Sunday and said he had a sewer problem. I just happened to be a plumber, so I got out there and I checked the sewer all the way out to his manhole. Told him there's nothing we can do except open your clean out for over the weekend, and we'll get city services out here, heat, battery repair, sewer department. He waited 2 weeks before the first truck showed up. And I did. I saw a little superintendent come out there and he put a little flag. And I said, oh, good, they're getting ready to start working for my neighbor. I'm not going to say his name. He may be. He was his last time I told the story. Anyway, 2 or 3 days later, here comes one truck. When it's all over with, there was one truck, one backhoe, 6 city vehicles, 13 people, 3 of whom were working. Private business can't work that way or they go out of business. Okay? So I'm totally for privatization of my time. Okay? I think that originally we started off with about, I told us city services, I think we started off at a rating of about a 4. And I think over the last 2 years, everybody has to remember, they've only been at this for us in this area for 2 years. And over the last 2 years, I would rate them at 8. And I think that if we can continue working with them for the next 4 years, and that's what I'm asking for, I believe that company can make themselves a 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeJohn. Let's give an applause.